All right, welcome everyone from the Dr. Sam Pack College of Business. In this quick explainer, we're going to set the stage for your reading on wireless networking. And trust me, this is an absolutely foundational skill for any IT professional out there. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle the big why. Why does this stuff even matter in the first place? Then, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how these signals actually speak to each other. After that, we'll shift into what you'll actually do with this knowledge, your practitioner's playbook. And to wrap it all up, I'll give you a heads up on exactly what to look for when you crack open that chapter. So, first things first, why are we even talking about this? Let's really drill down and connect what's in this chapter to the real challenges you're going to face and the value you're going to create in your career. Think about it for a second. From the smartphone that's probably in your pocket right now to the mind-bogglingly complex logistics network of a global corporation, what is the one thing they all have in common? What's that invisible force making it all work? Well, it's all built on this, an invisible infrastructure. We're talking about wireless local area networks, or WLANs for short. These are the networks that are zipping data through the air using radio frequency waves. It's the magic that creates the seamless connectivity that, let's be honest, we all just expect in the business world today. And look, this is about way more than just convenience. As a future IT pro, you're not just connecting a few company laptops. No way. You're going to be responsible for safely bringing thousands, literally thousands of personal devices onto the corporate network. We're talking phones, smartwatches, you name it. And that's exactly where wireless networking stops being a nice-to-have and becomes a mission-critical business function. Okay, so we've established why this is such a huge deal. Now, let's peek under the hood a little and see how it all actually works. Because if you're going to manage these networks, you've got to be able to speak their language. Right? So think of this as the basic physics of Wi-Fi. A signal doesn't just, poof, appear where it needs to be. It has to travel. And this whole idea of signal propagation, it's the exact reason you can't just toss a router in a corner office and call it a day. Understanding how these signals bounce off walls, get absorbed by objects, and generally interact with the real world, that is the absolute foundation of professional network design. Now, these standards, these are basically the rules of the road that let all our different gadgets talk to each other without causing total chaos. But what's really fascinating is to see how they've evolved. It's not just about getting faster, faster, faster. Each new version is specifically designed to solve a real-world business problem. Wi-Fi 6 tackles that nightmare scenario of 100 people in one conference room all trying to get online. And Wi-Fi 7, man, that's paving the way for some seriously futuristic stuff like lag-free augmented reality. It's all about solving problems. All right, so this is the million-dollar question, right? What are you actually going to do with all this information? This is where we stop talking theory and start thinking like a hands-on network professional. See, in a real business environment, you're not just plugging in a router and hoping for the best. That's what we do at home. Professionally, you conduct what's called a site survey. It's this methodical, step-by-step process of planning, analyzing, and testing. And that right there is the key difference between a shaky home setup and a rock-solid enterprise-grade network that a business can truly depend on. And you can't talk about networking without talking about security. It is everything. This comparison really drives home how important it is to stay current. As the person in charge of the network, you are the guardian of sensitive company data. So understanding this huge leap from the older WPA2 to the much, much tougher WPA3, it's just not optional. It uses something called SAE, which is basically a super secure handshake that makes sure both you and the network are who you say you are. It's an absolutely essential upgrade for any modern business. Okay, picture this. You're at your new job. A help desk ticket pops up. All it says is, the Wi-Fi in the conference room is slow. So, what do? Where do you even start? Is the signal getting blocked by that new glass wall they just put in? Is there interference from the office next door? Or maybe there are just too many darn people trying to stream video at once. This right here, this is what real-world troubleshooting looks like. This chapter is what gives you that diagnostic toolkit. It's what allows you to go from a vague complaint like the Wi-Fi is slow to pinpointing the actual root cause and then putting a professional, effective fix in place. Okay, last thing. As you start digging into the reading, I really want you to keep your eyes peeled for these specific concepts. They are the true building blocks for everything we've just talked about, and they're going to be critical for you to really master. You absolutely have to get these concepts down. You'll read about something called CSMA/CA. Just think of it like a polite little traffic cop for your Wi-Fi data, making sure all the devices take turns talking so they don't cause a digital traffic jam. Knowing that, and then also understanding serious security threats like the evil twin attack, that's what's going to elevate you from just being a Wi-Fi user to someone who can strategically build, manage, and defend a network.
So as you read, I want you to think about this question. With automation and the Internet of Things connecting literally everything these days, how is your expertise in wireless going to shape the future of business? Because, let's be real, this isn't just about passing a test. This is the foundation for building the smart, connected, and secure companies of tomorrow. In this chapter, it gives you the language to do it. All right, you ready? Let's get started.